So here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Geeking out just a little bit tonight, having a little bit of fun, having a little bit of fun, having a little bit of fun. I want to show you, and I have, when I put my mind up to something to try and to figure it out, and anybody can Google this stuff. Google makes you smart, YouTube makes you smart. Sometimes it's just, you just have to know what to search for to make that happen. So one of the things that I want to focus on is how can I bring my brand? How can I bring my brand to the point where if I wanted to do a Facebook Live, and say, for example, somebody wasn't on Facebook, I wanted to just put my website address on a card that I wanted to hand out and do some marketing, where if I want to do a business presentation, for example, on Sundays, we have Saving Sundays, and we do a cool little presentation on Sundays that we do live. And if I wanted to send somebody to that, I could create a specific website address that would drive people to that page. So they wouldn't have to go on a Zoom. They wouldn't have to go anywhere. They could basically just, do this live. So I came up with this idea. It's like, how am I going to make this work? And what I've discovered is that when you ask a how question, the brain will go to work and make it happen. And you can ask my wife. I think I was up till midnight 30. So last night figuring this out. When I figured it out, I was pretty excited, to say the least. So I'm going to share it with you. You've got to have some different tools. Now, one of the tools that I like to use is StreamYard. So if you'd like a list of all the tools that I use to do this, and I say tools, software, the parts, the working parts to be able to do this. If you're trying to brand yourself, if you don't want to drive people maybe to a group, if you want to create a real cool concept of a lead capture page, this would be a really cool way. If you're doing presentations, that you could do a live presentation on a web page or lead capture page or wherever it is. The cool thing about it is, we're going to use YouTube to do this. It's going to push over to YouTube and automatically post on your YouTube channel simultaneously. Of course, this live is also, the one I'm doing right now is also streaming to all my different platforms. So once I install this cool little widget here, I'm going to show you how this works. This live will actually be streaming live inside a page that I have built up. So it's pretty neat. So hopefully, if it all works the way it worked last night, fingers crossed, technology goes here, internet gods and God keep the internet working. So we've got all this going on. So check this out. First, a couple of things. One is you can stream directly from YouTube if you want to onto the page. I like to use StreamYard because, of course, you can see I can put all my branding in here. So once you set this up, I can actually stream from StreamYard into YouTube, and then that YouTube channel will stream live into the web page or the lead capture page or wherever I want to put that live. So again, if you think outside the box, how could I best use this to market? How could I best send somebody to this page? And of course, I'll show you some other ideas, and maybe have a link underneath. I'm working on this basic concept for my auto sales pros. I've actually put it together for them. I'm like, why do I just want to share it with them? Why not share it with people who are actually doing lives on a regular basis that maybe want to put some branding around yourself? So imagine all this branding in the background on this video, right? That's here, and then I'm sharing that onto my web page and or my lead capture page. That at the end of my presentation, I would say, if you'd like some more information about this, give me your email address below, and then of course it goes to an email list, and it gets on the email list. So I say, click the link below or whatever, register for the webinar, whatever kind of call to action I want to have at the end of that webinar I can. So let's jump into this really quick. Let's do a quick screen share. And again, I'll share the links with you guys so that you have them. And you'll have to create your own. One is you don't have to use StreamYard, but you definitely have to have your own YouTube channel to do this, right? So, and of course you need a web page or a lead capture system or something to set that up. And I've got all that stuff. If you guys want it, I can send you the links, do all that stuff, and get the domains and all that kind of stuff. I've got all the tools necessary to do this. So you can see this is where I want to stream live into here. If you'd like to use this, it's called Leadpages. I can actually get you set up with a 14-day trial. If you want to try this, let me know, and I'll share it with you. Here, I'm over here on this. I don't know if you guys can see me. So let's get back over here. So this is Leadpages. I'm going to drop the code right in here. The code is actually very simple. I've set up my YouTube channel. It's all ready to go. So I've got my YouTube channel all set up. And what I want to do is I want to be able to drop my code into this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and grab this code. And it says, if you have a stream in your account, we recommend using a permanent URL so the link does not change if you need to recreate the stream. So every time I go live, it's going to actually pull the most recent live up to the top of the page. So I don't have to go in and recopy and paste this. I just have to do it once. So I'm going to copy all of this iframe stuff right here inside the iframe. I'm going to copy this right down to here. I'm going to hit copy. Notice in here there's a number. It says 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to replace that number with my channel ID. And your channel ID is actually going to come from this link right here where it says youtube.com account/advanced. I'll share that with you. You have to log into your YouTube channel to make this work. If you log into someone else's YouTube channel, use their YouTube ID. So when I show you my ID, don't use mine, or my lives will be actually going into your stuff and it won't be good, right? So if you want to, that's up to you, but you probably don't want to, right? So copy this. I'm going to come over here to my Leadpages. And first of all, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put this code in here. I'm going to paste the code in. And I like to center it. So for those of you that aren't HTML smart, I do the little, whatever those little triangle things are. You don't have to be smart. You just have to know how stuff works, right? So I'm going to center this code so that everything's like right in the center. I got to do my backslash on center to end it. So that's all centered. Don't worry about it. You can do that if you want to. You don't have to. I just shared that with you guys if you're super smart. Now you'll see in here it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to replace that number between the equal sign and the parentheses. So I'm going to come over here to my YouTube channel and I'm going to grab my YouTube channel ID. I'm going to copy that. And again, if you use my ID, it's not going to do you any good because all of my stuff will be streaming into your page wherever you post that. So you need to use your own. And the way you do that again is to set up your YouTube channel and then go to that link which of course I'll share with you. I copied that. I'm going to hit save. It should have saved in there. There's a little check mark. I'm going to hit publish. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens here. And if this works correctly, right? If this works right, and I could have copied that link and just hit it update. I should actually be streaming into this page here. There's going to be a slight delay. There always is. Look at that. There I am. That's me right there. That's me talking to you guys. Here, watch. So I hit play. There always is. Look at that. There I am. That's me right there. That's me talking to you guys. Here, watch. And this is my web page. So every time I do a webinar or do a seminar, anything that I want to do on my live, see now I got an echo with an echo going and an echo, and it keeps going. Every time I do a webinar or do a seminar, anything that I want to do. So let's hit pause on that. So that's how you set that up. Now here's what's even cooler, right? Here's where you can take it to the next level. Now that I've set this up, let me hit stop sharing. Now that I've set this up, right? So if let's say for example my upline diamond, and I've got dual screens here, dual monitors, and I've got StreamYard. So, and I've got my YouTube channel tied into StreamYard, and I've got all the code set up so it's ready to go. So if I want to do a screen record, in other words, a screen capture, if somebody's doing an overview, a Zoom, or I want to use their Zoom to push through my YouTube channel to push to this page, I can do that. So I don't necessarily have to be the person doing the live. I simply have to open up their page. Say, for example, if it's on a Zoom, you can't do a screen record on Facebook through this is weird. But if they're doing a Zoom overview, you go and you do the split screen. I would do a share screen here and make sure I've got my volume turned up. I've opened up my YouTube channel. I've got my code set in there. And when I screen share that, it's actually going to share to this web page. So somebody doesn't necessarily have to be on the Zoom. They can simply be on this web page. And it's also recording over to my YouTube channel instantaneously. And what I would probably do right underneath that video is I put a link to my YouTube channel for replays. I'd say see replays, click here. Previous week's replays, click here. And they could go to that and I'd have it on. I'd actually create a playlist on that channel that have all the previous playlists for those lives all in one thing on my channel. I created a playlist link so that people could see that. So if you got some value, you really enjoyed this, if you like the list of stuff that you need to go out and put this together, shoot me a private message. I'll definitely get over to you. I know I geeked out today. I love this stuff when I put it together. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.